Hey everyone, I'm Rena, and I do the podcast The Ride of My Life, as you can see. And normally I am interviewing people, or in the past I've been talking about the stuff that's been going on with me. And this particular series that I'm going to do has everything to do with the cycle of the past year. I'm coming up on a year anniversary of basically changing my life. I moved away from a relationship into the deepest, darkest part of healing. And I've been wanting to do something like this for a while, but it's been scary for me to do it. And finally, in the last couple of days, I've actually been listening to some meditations from a man named Panache Desai, and he challenged us yesterday. Here I am. I'm doing this because I have a little bit of fear happening because I'm about to be vulnerable and reveal the process of the last year, basically. But anyway, I've been listening to these meditations, and it's all leading towards everything that I've been working on in the past year, and that's self-love, which is something I've never known, experienced, or felt about myself ever. And today I'm finally getting like this huge awareness of it, this feeling of it. I really don't know how to put this into words to explain it, but what I wanted to do was, in the next, I don't know how many days, I'm going to try to do it every day. I'll do the best I can because it's really important for me to do this. I have written many poems throughout my life. In fact, I started when I was in high school, and I have enough poems to probably put 2 books out. But what I'm going to do, because of this last year, is I'm going to just share the ones that I've written over the past year. And so what happened was, last year, like I said, on April 6th, which is coming up, I moved out into another space, another world, another healing journey, and went through the deepest, darkest, I guess in pieces of it, you could call it the dark night of the soul. So many shifts, so many mirrors in my life to show me who I really am, which is love, and who we all are. That's who we all are. And just being able to work through the trauma and the what they call, like in complex PTSD, it's called an emotional flashback. If you haven't want to find out any information, it's from Pete Walker. And so it's been this journey of walking through this to actually find, oh my God, this is me, this is who I am, take it or leave it. Me too, it's like, wow, I get to take this, I get to see the beauty of me. And just because I've had experiences with my life and relationships and everything like that that didn't work, doesn't mean that I was even meant to be in those relationships. However, I was, because they taught me well. They taught me how to find me. They taught me how to understand what the behaviors I was doing because of my needs, because of the needs that weren't met when I was little, that type of thing. So this journey through these poems that I'm going to share is huge for me. And I'm putting out a disclaimer that for some of you, if you catch this, then it may dig in deep. So make sure you have, some like a pillow or something to hold on to, because it's climbing into my deepest, darkest areas that felt so lost and ashamed and unloved and angry, especially, and afraid of everything. And what's the other one? Oh, and just so sad. I've been, in my life, it's always been sad. I've just been sad about everything. And I just couldn't figure all this stuff out. And it got to be really challenging for me. So in the last year, these poems were a catharsis through all of the things that I went through over the year. And at the beginning, they were sporadic. And then at some point, I can't remember exactly when it was, it might have been last August or July that I started, like, I actually got up every morning and I had this flow of poems coming out. So I'm going to share all these with you over the next however many days as I can. So the first poem I'm going to share with you is called Where Am I Going From Here? And it was written in June, on June 17th of 2021. And I had just landed in Central Florida for what I thought was a couple of months that turned out to be part of the learning and loving and lesson experience of how to find who I am for me, and then to be able to share that with you with other people. And it was a point where, like, the first month or so I was just getting settled and organizing and trying to set things up, and all these different things. But then this one day I decided this came up for me. So where am I going from here? The past is the past. Why does it come into my life? Who am I to become? I know not where I am right now. Nothing seems to fit, and I don't know how. To turn the page that's coming forth, it's time to recognize my own worth. It's been a struggle for me as a woman, that's had her inner little girl running the show. To protect herself from the invisible monsters, walking through life in complete wander. She knew not who she was or where to go. What she did know was her truth, though that didn't flow. With what others said, or when she was consumed, with grief beyond measure, as she continued to assume, no one loved her and no one cared. If I step outside my closet, is it safe out there? From what I heard, from what they said, most of my life, I've been in my head. Why would I think this way of me? From being told by many who they thought I should be. The things I was told were not true, I hear. Yet the hold in my core, a ghostly view, complete fear. Well, something is happening and she's peeking out now. She's not sure what it is, and she isn't sure she'll allow herself to be vulnerable, not just yet. She's still learning some things she didn't mean to forget. She knows the forgetting comes with the territory of being raised in our society with the lessons and lies that were told when she was little, till she believed every word and thought her life was her sentence and there was no acquittal. But that's not true, she began to figure out. I deserve to be here and loved. She began to shout. She yelled and yelled until she could yell no more. She was determined not to go back to where she was before. Throughout the years, as she worked on healing her pain, she came to a conclusion once again. She had decided that the past story was too much to bear, while at the same time, it helped her release the fear. It no longer is necessary for the story to be told again and again, because that is what will take hold of her life if she lets it, and that makes no sense. The time has come where life's requirement is not defense. What is happening now, as she looks through her eyes to the world, is the knowledge that it's really time to heal that inner little girl. The mother wound is deep, indeed, and runs generationally for all to see. And it's time, powerful woman, for you to break free. Moving forward in the now and taking what comes, truly a blessing in disguise. There are to be no more crumbs. The love she'd been searching is really there inside herself for connection without despair. The real truth of me as I await moving forward has also been for me completely awkward in learning who I really am. In the past, I felt like such a scam. Life's too short to sit in the junk of outmoded beliefs and all the other gunk. Feeling the pressure of being okay now shifts to recognition of mistakes so that I may hold the space for all others as I witness their pain. From these beliefs handed down to me, didn't even know about them, they ran me subconsciously. Now that I know the havoc I have wreaked on my future generations, the requirement has now peaked. The things I felt are no longer about me. Knowing where I played the part helps me to see. It is time to let go of my defense and protection in order to hold the space for the correction of lifetimes of pain that are no longer mine to carry. Looking ahead, I'm learning it's not so scary. Being comfortable with hearing another's pain, no more protecting or having to explain. I can do this and realize it's subsiding, this thing called fear. And it's so important to do this for my loved ones, dear, because the truth is that love is here. My life that is changing, I know not how it will appear. And right now, my big question is, where am I going from here? So that obviously touched on me a little bit. I didn't even remember how. I just read it blindly. So the truth is that inside of us, we're all love. And the other truth is that we have been told things from people who were also in pain and also wounded about who we are, because that's all they knew about who they were. And in living this life and like stepping into the moment, the now, and appreciating everything that's going on has to include loving ourselves and knowing that that love is inside. And I just wanted to share this first one with you because with everything that's going on in the world right now, we need to know that there are support systems out there, people who have been through their pain and worked through it and healed from it and can help. And then there's the journey that we take ourselves to find that love in ourselves, where we can illuminate the rest of the world and be the light for other people through that journey from healing ourselves. And it's not just a one-time thing. It's not just something where you go and you spend a little bit of time and, over a weekend or whatever, and do a course or read a book or whatever. All those things are wonderful, but this is a practice. This is a daily practice. I have been doing this for 30 years. I'm not bragging because it hurt. However, what I am discovering about myself is who I really am, and that is love. And I can recognize that love in myself now. And I can also recognize that love in everyone that I meet, and also the people I haven't met yet. And I'm just grateful to be here. I'm grateful for this moment. And I just wanted to share this because I want to expand my love out into the world. So I hope you enjoyed the poem. I will do my best to get back tomorrow to get the next one, and hope you have a wonderful moment wherever you are. Peace.